The first phone bill arrived on a Tuesday. Thicker than usual. Heavy. I almost threw it away with the junk mail. Almost. A single number repeated across 3 pages. Same area code. Same late-night timestamps. 12:43 a.m. 1:18 a.m. 2:02 a.m. Over and over. My wife was asleep on the couch behind me, television flickering across her face like a dying heartbeat. I remember thinking how peaceful she looked. How unfamiliar. I circled the number with a pen. I didn't realize I was gripping too hard. The ink tore through the paper. Something inside me already knew. I didn't confront her. Not that night. Not the next morning when she kissed my cheek without looking at me. Not when she asked if I could pick up milk after work. Normal voice. Normal routine. Manufactured normalcy. The second phone bill came a month later. More numbers now. 3 different ones. Rotating patterns. Monday nights. Wednesday afternoons. Sunday mornings when I was visiting my mother. A schedule. Like shifts at a factory. I memorized the numbers before I ever dialed them. The first belonged to her boss. I recognized his voicemail greeting immediately. Confident. Married. 2 kids. I'd met them at the company picnic last summer. The second number belonged to my younger brother. He answered when I called, thinking I was someone else. His voice softened in a way I had never heard before. I hung up without speaking. The third number took longer to identify. Our neighbor across the street. Divorced last year. Always waved a little too enthusiastically when my wife gardened outside. 3 men. 1 rotation. Efficient. I stopped sleeping that week. My mind replayed years of memories like surveillance footage I couldn't turn off. Every late meeting. Every grocery run that took too long. Every unexplained mood swing. Evidence hidden inside ordinary life. I realized betrayal doesn't arrive screaming. It arrives disguised as routine. I began documenting everything. Phone bills. Screenshots. Dates. Durations. Patterns. I created folders on my computer labeled utilities so she would never open them. I learned her schedule better than my own. Tuesday lunches with her boss. Thursday gym nights that coincided with my brother's days off. Weekend afternoons when the neighbor's truck appeared in our driveway after I left. My chest burned constantly, but my face stayed calm. I still made dinner. Still laughed at her stories. Still asked about her day. Performance became survival. One night she asked, "Are you okay? You seem distant." I almost admired the delivery. I smiled. "I'm just tired." The investigation lasted 2 months. Long enough for anger to cool into precision. Long enough for pain to become strategy. I ordered copies of detailed call logs from the carrier. Highlighted them carefully. Stapled each month together. Built timelines that even a stranger could understand. Truth should never require explanation. It should speak for itself. The confirmation came quietly. Her boss's wife answered the phone when I called their house. I didn't identify myself. I just asked for him. "He's not home," she said. "He's working late again." Late. The same timestamp glowing on my printed bill. I thanked her and hung up. My hands didn't shake anymore. That was how I knew something inside me had changed permanently. That night, I placed the stack of printed pages on our kitchen table. She walked in, saw them, and stopped breathing for a moment. "What's this?" Her voice was small. Careful. I sat across from her. "Phone records," I said. Silence filled the room like smoke. She flipped through the pages slowly. Her eyes widened. Her shoulders collapsed. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. I had imagined screaming, begging, denial. Instead, she whispered, "How long have you known?" "Long enough." Tears came instantly for her. None for me. Revenge doesn't always look like anger. Sometimes it looks like postage stamps. I had already prepared 3 envelopes that afternoon, each containing identical copies of the phone records, organized and highlighted. One addressed to her boss's home. One to my brother's apartment. One to the neighbor's ex-wife, who still owned half his property according to public records. I slid the empty envelope sleeves across the table. "I mailed them this morning," I said. Her chair scraped backward as she stood. "You didn't." "I did." Her hands trembled violently now. The reality spreading beyond this kitchen. Beyond control. Consequences moving independently of apology. "You ruined everything," she said. The sentence landed softly. "No," I replied. "You scheduled everything." For the first time, she looked afraid of me. Not because I was loud. Because I wasn't. I moved out that night with 1 suitcase. No shouting. No slammed doors. Just absence. Days passed quietly. Then the fallout began exactly as predicted. Her boss was placed on leave. My brother left 3 voicemails filled with panic. The neighbor stopped parking on our street. Truth travels faster than lies once released. I never responded. Weeks later, divorce papers arrived, already signed. Efficient. Like her schedule, I sat in my new apartment by the window, listening to traffic below. The phone was silent. My mind was finally silent too. People think closure feels like relief. It doesn't. It feels like emptiness where love used to live. But emptiness is stable, safe, honest. I folded the last phone bill and dropped it into the trash. Some systems don't break. They shut down. Permanently.